Hello, 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 hello. I think I got all two set up now. I think I'm going to slide this on over. I'm streaming live on two different apps, y'all. So give me just a moment. Let me make sure. Hey, YouTube. Hey, Facebook. I'm just playing around with it for a little bit, you guys, to see what will work for me tonight. Because I have been neglecting my YouTube audience because I've been on Facebook. Okay, so I'm not going to stay on long tonight, but I just could not let this day go without having a conversation. I don't like the way I'm having to keep looking up. So let me see. YouTube, let me see what I could do to help this out a little bit. I feel like, you know what? Let me try something a little bit different. Let's see. No, that's not going to work. No, that's not going to work either. So, hey, I'll do the best I can with this. But, you know what? I think I will have to purchase. No, I have some other ring lights I could use. I just don't like the way I'm looking back and forth, back and forth. But anyway, hey, we're going to get into this topic real quick. And first off, I am going to start off by saying, wait a minute, this is driving me bananas, y'all. I'm not even going to tell you no lie. But it really, really, really is driving me bananas right now. So let's see. Okay, I'm going to be conversing back and forth, so y'all just work with your girl for a little bit. But my name is Tracy Smalls DeLeston. I am a author. I'm also a certified life coach. I am not a licensed therapist, but I have utilized life challenges, trials, everything that I've been through to allow me to share and speak about topics that are not commonly spoke of on social media. So, I listen to conversations from others. I talk about a lot of me, a lot about myself, things that I have encountered and things that I endured. And as I've mentioned in my other videos, writing became therapeutic for me during that time to help me get through the anguish and pain that I was dealing with. In relationships and getting out of relationships, and just life itself has awarded me the opportunity to share myself with others. But I just could not let this go. I heard about this video, either was the latter part of last week or the earlier part of this week. Nevertheless, this video apparently went viral about a young lady who apparently has several children. She got upset because the father of one of her kids did not bring food for her other children, and she got highly upset. Mind you, she is one with him, according to what we know and according to the video that I saw. She got extremely upset. She got so upset she literally recorded him. Um, Looks like my eye, you know what? I'm going back and forth in between these videos, and it looks like my eyes is crossing, going back and forth. I promise y'all I'm not cross-eyed. But anyway, nevertheless, she got upset simply because the father of one of her children did not extend himself to the other kids. My thoughts on that is simple. The other children are not his responsibility. Anything that he is doing beyond taking care of his immediate biological child was just an extension of him being gracious enough to do so. But you can't get upset, ladies, because the father of your one child, two children don't express the same or provide for the other children. If that's the case, he just as well take care of them all of the times. Now, it could be a situation, let's just say he didn't have enough to purchase for the other kids. Maybe he just simply just did not have it to provide for her other children. So then how does that make her wrong, or him wrong, I should say? He should not be held responsible for what another man probably is not doing. And chances are that is the case. But let's just say the other fathers are involved in their children's lives. I could see maybe the two adults having a conversation, and maybe perhaps he gave the money directly to her and have her pick up some food for the child, so it would not appear like he's bringing food in for one child and not the other. So maybe perhaps she should have just said, just bring me the money. I'll go and I'll get the baby something to eat. And then in doing so, she would have had the opportunity to purchase some food for the other kids, her other kids as well. But she cannot get upset. It's just like I've seen situations where uh, you know, a woman may have multiple kids, and one by different men, and one of the kids' family is always getting uh, that child that's biologically their family, and they may always get that child all of the times. Okay, why is it his responsibility when he picks up one child to get the others? That's not being fair. That is not being fair to him at all. If he did that, it is out of the kindness of his heart that he decides, you know what, I'm getting one, I'm going to get all of them. But that is not an obligation. And ladies, you shouldn't make it be an obligation. We have these babies for different men, and then we want to have the ball strictly in our courts. We want to bounce it, throw it, roll it, whatever you want to say, the way we want it to go, and then expect for these men to comply with it. It doesn't work like that. You cannot expect that. Now, I do have a cousin, and I thought that that was the greatest thing he could have done. He has one child with his former girlfriend. They have one child together. Then she had another baby. Well, the baby of the second child, the father died. Not only is he taking care of his biological son, but he assumed the role and the responsibility of the other child as well. Now, that's commendable. But if that's not something he wanted to do, he should not be held responsible to do that. That's just the bottom line. Now, if he and this young lady was married, then by all means, that child is his responsibility all the way 100%, just like the other kids that she may have, because he chose to marry her. You can't have the mother without the children. Just that simple. My dad, my stepdad, raised me along with my other two brothers and never treated us no different. Never treated us any different. Even after him and my mother separated and got a divorce, he didn't cut me off. But you have some men that are not the kindest. They're evil, they're nasty, and they're vindictive when they could have stayed a part of that child life, whether they split from the mother or not. That's exactly what I did with my stepdaughter. When I divorced my ex-husband, I didn't cut her off. Although she's an adult, she had absolutely nothing to do with what went on between myself and her dad. So why then would I cut her off? You know what I'm saying? So I think that that is foul. It's wrong. The video went viral. She has the audacity to put that on. This guy is just not fair. Now, unless they have some type of other arrangement and agreement that the world don't know of, and they've had a discussion and said, okay, you know what, this is what I'm going to do for these kids, and then he, for some reason, backed off, that's a different story. But that's not what she displayed in that video. She was just angry. This eyelash is driving me bananas, y'all. As I'm looking down over here on YouTube, I see you. I promise you I'm not cross-eyed. It's just that I'm going back and forth. And it's driving me crazy. But nevertheless, another thing I wanted to talk about, this issue with Wendy Williams. Let me tell you something. You have to be careful. Oh, you know what? I got plans for this. Give me 1 second. You know what? Bam. Now this is Tracy in the flesh. They're gone. I don't have time for those things to be flip-flopping up and down in my eyes while I'm talking. So there it goes. It's off. This is Tracy in the flesh. Okay? So anyway, you got to be careful with the way you treat people. For many, many years, Wendy Williams has gotten on that show and she have really, really spoken harshly of a lot of people. You know, and a lot of people is like, that's her job. This is what she gets paid for. But when you sell your soul, be mindful of that day when it may very well come back and attack you. You cannot expect to be happy and gain wealth at the expense of other people's feelings and think that at some point in your life it very well may not come back and bite you in the behind. I watched her, and for a long time, you know, when she first got sick, I think some years ago, I don't remember quite when, but when she first got sick, it was hard for me to feel any empathy or sympathy for her at that time because it was like, wow, lady, you are reaping what you've sown for so many years. Hatefulness, meanness. You know, she was a bubbly person, and yes, she made she made folks laugh. She was very entertaining, and I liked her. I'm not saying I disliked her. However, some of the things that she has said and done to people, particularly said about people, I don't agree with. You know, before a person could get married good, she had already damned the marriage. You know, she just always has something negative to say about others. Now the tables are reversing and folks are looking at her crazy now. You got some people who are Wendy die-hard fans to the end. But then you have others that are looking like, wait a minute now, what is going on with her? I watched that video that she had on TMZ, and it is absolutely clear that Wendy is not a well woman. I didn't see that vibrant, probacious, vicious woman as far as getting out there and, I'm going to get them. I didn't see that in her. I saw a weak woman who is barely struggling to have an intelligent conversation. She tried the very best she could. Props to her, because I tell you, she tried. And I think in her mind, she lit it up, she tore it up. But when you watched her, it's like, wow, this lady is just really not well. So you can't, once again, gain success, be happy at the expense of someone else's feelings, because you just never know when that may knock at your door. Are you going to be ready for it? Will you be ready for it? I mean, this woman is talking about having a podcast now, and she's done with television, and she has, I think it's called lymphedema, you know, in her feet. in her fit, and she lift one of her fits up and showed everyone what it looked like. I mean, she was just not nice. The interview to me was sad. It really, really was. So, we have to be careful, people, how we treat others, because, it's no such thing as karma to me. It's whatsoever a man soweth, you will reap it again. You will definitely reap it again. You just don't know what quantity is going to come back in. And can you handle it? That's the question. So I just couldn't, I could not oh my God, let's see. One of my eyes is just looking crazy, y'all. This left eye is looking quite crazy, and I don't like it. I'm not that tired to where my eyes should be looking like this. Unless it's like that because I'm looking back and forth. But I'm going to buy me or set my other tripod up, and I'm going to have it up higher the next time. So I won't be looking up and down. But I just could not uh, sit back and watch that and not say anything about it at all. And then now, R. Kelly. What in the heck? 30 years. Now, I'm sure a lot of people are upset. They were too harsh on him. Let me tell you something. When men do things like that to women, it scars some of them for the very rest of their lives. He got away with it many years ago and would not stop, did not stop. He had the opportunity to stop and cease fire, but he didn't. He continued on doing the same reckless things that he probably did years ago and got away with it. So it would be a shame for people to think for just one moment that was the punishment was too harsh. It was not fair. What about the young ladies? What about them? He made his bed and now he has to lay in it. So I don't feel sorry for him. Maybe perhaps he could sing some songs or maybe minister to some other people to help them along the way in prison. There's something, such a thing as, what is it called? The anointed. He's definitely anointed to sing. So maybe he could sing some songs, cheer someone up in prison, and help them out along the way. But you just can't keep doing the same things over and over again. People are being exposed like they've never been exposed before. The devil is playing for keeps. So you better be ready and be careful of what you're doing out here. It's no joke. And before I wrap up this video, as I've said before, it would be short. Before I wrap up this video, please continue on being vigilant with wearing your mask. I work in the medical field. Folks are still getting COVID. My mother has it currently right now for the second time. My granddaughter has it as well as her mother. So be vigilant with wearing your mask. I don't understand where this came from in these doctor's offices that the patients don't have to wear masks, but the employees do. I have not been able to wrap my brain around that. I just don't understand it. But it is what it is. You have to do your part. You have to be cautious, protect yourself, be an advocate of your own health, regardless of what, the folks are saying. Protect yourself, protect yourself. Make sure that you share this video. Make sure that you thumbs up. Make sure that you like it. And if you've not already done so, please subscribe to this YouTube channel and share the live. And for my Facebook family, don't forget to continue on sharing these videos. And if you've not already done so, please follow this page. I think I may try to convert and put all these pages into one on Facebook. But YouTube, I'm coming for you. I've not forgotten. I've been just on Facebook hitting it hard. I'm getting ready to have a something for the kids at a park in the next 2 weeks for my book. Let me grab a copy of it so you see what it looks like. If you've not already done so, please run out there and purchase a copy of this book, Gabrielle, the Biggest Little Dreamer. It is currently on Amazon. It has some nice pictures in the book. I'm just going to give you one little zip bit. Isn't she cute? That's the president. Isn't she cute? So, yes, purchase this book. Once again, it's on Amazon along with Overcoming Destructive Relationships, Breaking the Chains of a Narcissist. Go ahead and get your copies. I'm coming for you. I am not stopping. You heard me? So until next time, my motto as always, healthy mind, joyful life. Do not let anyone disrupt your joy, your peace, your happiness. Go after your life, your dreams, your goals viciously. If you're hurting, if you've been down for any reason, get your life back. And sometimes it means going after it viciously. I had to do it. You could do it. And let's keep this train rolling. Like the songwriter said, this train's going to keep on rolling. You don't let life stop you. You don't. It may slow you down for a little bit. But guess what? As long as you have life in your body, you have the opportunity, and God has graced you to be able to go and get your life back. You understand me? So I know I'm looking crazy tonight. I'm a bit tired, y'all. But listen, work with your girl tonight. I wanted to get something done with my hair. I don't think I'm going to do that until next week. It's going to be hot this weekend, I'm sure. It's the 4th of July weekend. You guys, please be careful. If you're going to drink responsibly. Stay indoors. Don't get out there on the road if you know you're drinking. Be careful. My dad died in a car accident, and it wasn't from drinking and driving. But nevertheless, you got to be safe and careful. And if you're not concerned about yourself, think about others and what you could potentially put on someone else if you're out there drinking and you get into an accident and potentially kill someone or even yourself. So let's be responsible. I'm going now. I think I'm going to go to bed and watch a movie this weekend. I think I'm going to do some reading, meditating, writing, and just loving on myself, loving on me. That's what I'm planning on doing. I love me. Y'all should love yourselves. Fall in love with yourselves. Be content. Be happy. You have one life. Once it's gone, it's gone. It's over. Never getting it back. So embrace every day like it's your very last day on this earth. And when you wake up and you're still breathing, immediately, Lord, thank you for another day, the gift of life. Because someone that went to sleep with me last night didn't wake up this morning. So that's a gift all in itself. So have an amazing night, you all. And I will talk to you again this weekend. I do know that I'm going to head out on the beach one day this weekend. And I'll be going live. As usual, my favorite spot. Good night. I'm signing off on Facebook and my YouTube family. I'm signing off. Let's see here. Let's see. Nope. All right, now it's time to go. Facebook, YouTube. Let's see here. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes, I am. Good night.